All right. Who can read that on the board? Wildlife rehabbers are here to help. All right. So, do you remember what quarter 4 is about? Nature. Good. Does anybody remember the question? JJ.
Why I need only one to kill animals?
No. The question was how what? Does anybody remember?
Wasn't it what is the relationship between what happened and people and nature?
Yes. What is the relationship between people and nature? So I could say, how can people help what? Animals. And how can animals help what? Us. Or people. Okay? Alright, so today we're going to read a story about that. How they help us and how they help them. Or how we help them. Okay? Alright, so on your sheets, you guys are going to do the do now. What does that say? The do now? Alright, think about a time you saw an injured animal. Alright, think about a time you saw an injured animal. What happened? Did someone help? What did you do? Okay? So on your paper, you're going to write that in the lines. What happened? Did someone help? And then on the last section it says, what did you do? Okay? Okay? A time I saw an injured animal. I was walking my dog, and my dog was sniffing around while we were walking, and I saw a bird. It looked like the bird was still alive, and it was just on the ground, just moving. And I just looked at it, and what happened? Did someone help? No, no one helped. I saw it, and I just kept moving. I just kept walking my dog. Okay, so you said, what did you do? And what happened? So I told about what happened when I was walking my dog. He was sniffing around. He saw a bird that was just laying there. What happened? Did it cut off? My computer dies. Computer died. All right. What happened? Okay. I was walking my dog and we saw a bird that was injured. What happened? What happened when you saw an injured animal? What happened? Aubrey.
I think it landed there. A cat laying on the ground and like injured, so I know it helped, so I took it my hospital and took it to the vet.
Okay. Aubrey saw a cat. No one helped, so she took it home and took it to the vet to help the animal. Okay. Anyone else? Bradley, you have your hand raised?
Yeah. I was walking in the forest and I saw a baby kitten being crushed by a log. And no one was there because it was just a forest. And what I did, I decided to pick the log up and I grabbed the kitten and now it's my pet.
Okay, that's good. Bradley saw a kitten being crushed by a log in the forest. He helped the kitten by taking the log off the kitten, and he took the kitten home as a pet.
And I was a big boy.
And he was a kid. Alright, last one, Corey.
I was letting my dog go outside, like out back, he was back there, and he got off the gate because there was like a small little hole, and he ran into the street, and he got hit by a car, and then, yes, someone did help, she picked him up, and then she put him in the grass, and then that's when I just called animal control, she helped him.
Okay, good.
My mom called animal control.
Dog got hit by a car, and they helped by taking it to animal control. Okay. Board, you will have your vocabulary words. We're gonna go through these quickly. Also, Ms. Marciano's gonna write them on the board. So once you move along, if you don't get them done, we'll have them on the board. Okay? I want to go through the vocabulary words as we go through them. Our first word is a wildlife rehabilitation. Okay? And what is that, Alonzo? Wildlife rehabilitation. What is that? Helping injured animals. Okay? Helping injured animals. So if I got in a car crash, I would be what? Would I be injured?
Yeah.
I would be injured. So where would I go? No. Where might I go? What does that say? What does that word say?
Wildlife rehabilitation.
Would I go to wildlife? Or what's the other word? Rehabilitation. Okay? So I wouldn't go to wildlife rehabilitation. I might go to what type of rehabilitation? What type? A person who helps what? You good?
Person who helps animals and
Where would a person go though? Good, a rehabilitator or maybe a rehab center. Good, Corey. Alright. Alright, so our next word, Corey just brought it up to us. A rehabilitator. Okay? A person who helps animals heal. Okay? So I used the example, I got into a car accident, so I had to go to rehab. When I went to the rehab center, there was a person there who helped me heal. I hurt my knee. I had to heal my knee in rehab. So the person who helped me rehab is called a what? Aubrey? A rehabilitator. Good. The person that helps you get better is called the rehabilitator. Okay? Well, the person who helps the animal is called the rehabilitator. Good. Okay? Is it hard for anyone to see these words?
No.
I don't know if the colors might be affecting that. Alright. Next word is the habitat. Alright. What is the habitat?
And
Yes.
where an animal lives.
Where an animal lives. Okay. So once the dog who got hit by a car, once it's rehabilitated, where is it released to? It's what?
Habitat.
It's habitat. So, next. Take a moment, get this last one down. Next, before we start reading our story, this is what I want you guys to try and figure out while we're reading. We have what? What's our first one in the blue set?
What is it about?
That is the what? Topic, okay? A topic. Next we have the what? Central idea. And that is what the author is saying, okay? So the what is the topic, do you think, about what we're about to be reading today? Wildlife will be the topic. What would be the central idea, Charlize?
What is the same?
Charlize, what would be the central idea? You just had it. Huh?
Wild animals?
What about wild animals? What were we just talking about? We were talking about what? What do we do with the wild animals? How we what? Help them. Who helps them? So who helps the animals? Who helps the animals? rehabilitators can help. Who else can help animals?
Wildlife.
Wildlife and rehabilitation. Who else, Charlize? Someone help her. Can we help? We can? So that's all part of your answer. Okay? That's part of the what, Charlize? That's part of your what? Central? That's part of your central idea. That's what the article is saying. So the topic is what? Hello? Yes. Well, so our topic would be what? Wildlife, what? Wildlife, what about wildlife? What's in the wildlife? Wildlife, animals, and the central idea would be of what? Us what, Charlize? Helping, right? And who can all help animals? Everybody. Like. Alright, so follow along. Remember, what is this mostly about and what is the author trying to teach us? Alright?
Most people live in areas that were once home only to wildlife. Direct contact between humans and wild animals is bound to happen, and sometimes that contact can be a problem. According to Maine's State Wildlife Rehabilitation website, in most cases, when humans and wildlife collide, wildlife suffers. That's where wildlife rehabilitators come in. Rehabbers provide valuable services to injured animals and also assist the professionals who treat them. According to Cornell University Wildlife Health Lab, CWHL, there are more than 400 professional wildlife rehabilitators. Peasley, 5. The number of volunteers is even greater. Some estimates put that figure at more than 1,600 across the United States. But even volunteers must get licenses to conduct wildlife rehab work. In North Carolina, for example, rehabilitators are required to work with mentors for a full year before they can get their own licenses. Wildlife rehabbers care for injured and orphaned animals and then return them to their natural habitats. Wild animals can be cute, especially when they are babies, but people should not try to take them in as pets. Becoming comfortable around humans is not safe for them. PAWS, an animal rehab organization, points out that the work that wildlife rehabilitators do is not about trying to tame the animals under their care. The animals are held in captivity only until they are healthy enough to return to the wild. During this rehab period, contact between humans and the animals is kept to a minimum. Some rehabilitators also educate the public about wildlife. For instance, they advise people on what to do if they encounter a wild animal. They also teach people to recognize when an animal needs help. Education is an important part of wildlife rehabilitation, according to Urban Utopia Wildlife Rehabilitation in New York. They believe that teaching people about wildlife keeps both animals and humans safe. In addition, rehabbers receive calls from people who need help. One caller may want to report an injured animal. Another might have a wild animal inside their home.
Bird. They carry a lot of viruses and stuff like that. So maybe if I would have read something, it might have said go get gloves. Yep, or a box, or paper towel. It might give me a number to call for injured birds. Okay, so that's what it was educating us about. Okay, so get that down. What time is it?
9:46.
9:46. Okay, we're gonna watch a video, and you guys are gonna break into groups. Okay, get this answer down. Okay. You need help? Miss Marshall will help you with that. Next, we're going to watch your wildlife rehabilitation video, and you guys are going to write down 2 ways that humans help animals. All right. So we're going to break into groups. All right. Kyle and Tion, you guys are gonna be in a group with Miss Sierra. Yep, you three can be in a group. How about you go in that group with Miss Sierra? And you two can be in a group. Okay? So everybody get into your groups. Hey, the thing is, I need y'all up here though. Right here. You taking them to the back table, y'all stand
No,
right
I
there.
was saying, I was moving them up.
Okay. So you two go to that back table. And I'm gonna pull up the video.
It'd be like this. I should peanut butter. Oh no, it's stuck on my head. Luckily, this should be a really easy rescue. All Jennifer has to do is reach down and gently pull off the jar. You got this, Jennifer. Easy. Easy. Wait, come back, little guy. Oh no, he must have gotten scared. He didn't know Jennifer was just trying to help. Looks like Mama Fox is here now. Is she calling the pup or barking at Jennifer? I think Mama's just really worried. I said, I think Mama's just really worried. But Jennifer is not gonna quit. She's heading into the bushes to find that baby fox.
I'm here to help you.
She can hear him, but she can't see him. Is that him? Oh, wait, no. That had a jar on his head. There he is. Oh, no. That's a different fox. Man, how many foxes are in this backyard? But she couldn't give up. Who else was going to free that fox from the jar?
For your last part, we're gonna do our exit ticket. When you're done with that, you are done. Okay? So let's turn to the exit ticket on the last page. What is the central idea? Give two central supporting details. One detail is another detail. Tion's got it. When you are done with your exit ticket, you may go. You can show it to me, Miss Sierra, or Miss Marciano. When they approve, you may go. Joseph, you may go. Actually, Joseph, you need to do that assessment. You're going to get that. Have a seat right there. Sit down. Joseph is done. Aubrey is done. Corey is done.